How much fun was that last drive and just the end of the game? Just all of it.
I mean, it was awesome, man. We're at home, and definitely didn't want to leave here with a loss. Definitely, I don't think we really wanted to leave here with a tie either. But, I think it just shows a lot of resilience that we have. I think I spoke on this last week, man. There's a lot of love and a lot of camaraderie within the team, and I think we were able to show that. Coming back there, making some plays at the end of the game. So I think that's the highlight of the day.
How about for you personally to be able to show that after the interception play and then come back and make all them plays down the stretch?
I mean, I don't know what to say. I was really mad. That's a play that I got to make, and I'm mad that I had to. I guess Spencer ended up throwing an interception. That's really my fault. So coming back, making plays. I mean, that's just the kind of player I am, and I'm always going to double down after a mistake. So I think putting that on tape and kind of showing that is it's big for me.
How was that your fault? What should you have done on that play? I'm sorry.
I just got to run through it, man. There's no way the DB's supposed to make that play. So I got to run through that slant so he can't even make that play.
Did you sit or did you get caught up?
I'm going to have to watch it, man. I mean, the bottom line is he beat me to the ball. So that's what can't happen.
Did Rattler talk to you after that, or did you guys have any exchange after that?
Yeah, the exchange was my fault. So and then we on to the next, man, and that's the way we got to play.
What did you see out of Rattler heading into that final drive?
Kind of shows you the player he is too. I mean, he's never going to give up. I think before we even got on the field, it was like, man, let's go down, let's make some plays, and we can win this game. And that was always the plan. So, and that's the type of dude he is, the type of leader he is. So, we're going to ride behind him and make some plays.
Can you describe that fourth down play on that drive?
I mean, it was what it looked like, man. It's like I said, man. I mean, we because of how Kellen is developing the culture, man, we're just going to keep getting behind each other, man. And that's just what matters.
Mason, can you describe to us what both quarterbacks are like in the huddle?
Both are great leaders, man. I mean, they're both their own, individuals, and they both have their strengths. But what I like about all three quarterbacks is that they all command the huddle, they all command the offense, and that's what you like out of quarterbacks. Really, is just guys that are going to come in, settle down, and run the show. So all three of them do a good job of that.
What's the ideal situation for kind of how the huddle operates in a 2-minute drive again? Like, do you want like a little sense of urgency, or do you want it all?
Kind of have to, man. The clock is not your friend in a 2-minute situation. So all 11 guys just got to be on the same page, get set, run the plays, get the ball, get it to the ref after the play, and just get ready for the next. I mean, it's kind of hectic, but we drill it a lot. So when we get to the games, it's we're more comfortable, I think, than most because of how much we drill it.
Jason, you've been making a lot of plays both in practice and now in these first two preseason games. How has your game developed in this second season so far?
I think it's just comfortability. I think it's just having some growth for me from the year one to year two. I'm just more confident, I guess. Really not confident, but I'm more comfortable as a player. I think I know what to expect. I know the ins and outs and the day to day of everything. So it just allows me to play more free. And I think that's really what the difference is right now.
Are you running more of the route tree so far this offseason?
Oh yeah. I mean, last year I was, I cleared out a lot of routes last year, and which is great. Anytime that I can, help a teammate get open, is if that's my job, it's what I'm going to do. I think the best part about this preseason that I'm able to be primary on some routes, and just taking advantage of the opportunity. That's really what it is.
I'm sorry, describe Spencer on that last drive. What was he like? Just everything about how he played that last drive. How would you describe it?
I think the moment he got in the huddle, we knew we were going to go down there, score, get the 2-point. I think that should tell you. That's his demeanor in the huddle, and that's what we did. That's when he showed up to the huddle, I kind of thought it was over. So that's what I think.
You sort of touched on it, but Kellen just kind of talked about practicing situational football throughout camp. So to see the 2-minute unfold, for you all, but also defensively too, just your thoughts on it.
Like I said, man, I mean, cause it just being situational masters, and whether that's 2-minute end a half in the game, whether it's 4-minute end a game, it's just we try and practice these situations just so that when we get to the game, we operate smoothly. And I think even with it still being early, I think it's starting to show that we can, do things and operate the right way. And I think just, where we're at right now is just going to continue to get better.
And to that point, and what you were talking about earlier with Kellen developing the culture, like how much does that kind of speak to that? Like being so intentional with how he is and being situationally aware.
I think that's the most important. The fact that Kellen makes an emphasis on that is why we're able to do it. So those being operating successfully in 2 minute doesn't happen accidentally. So it's just pretty intentional that we spend the time doing it so we can come out here and execute.